What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game The Simpsons Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror. And it was released on the Game Boy Color by THQ and Software Creations. Now it seems like the subtitle of this game is kind of a play on the Night of the Living Dead series that was started by George Romero. But it's pretty much based off the Treehouse of Horror episodes from The Simpsons, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much the plot of the game is that the Simpsons souls ended up getting trapped in a tree on Halloween night, and each of them has to face his or her fear slash nightmare to escape from the tree, you know what I'm saying? Now, the game pretty much has seven stages in it, which each stage is based off of a specific skit from a Treehouse of Horror episode. Now, the following stages are as follows. You know, Bad Dream House, which is from Treehouse of Horror 1. Flying Tonight, which is based off of the Fly versus Fly skit from Treehouse of Horror 8. Plan 9 from Outer Springfield, which is based off of the skit Dial Z for Zombies from Treehouse of Horror 3. Val All Over, which is based off of Bart Simpson's Dracula from the Treehouse of Horror 4. If I Only Had a Body from If I Only Had a Brain from Treehouse of Horror 2. Nightmare Cafeteria, which is based off of the same name of the skit from Treehouse of Horror 5, and King Homer from Treehouse of Horror 3. Now, it is worth noting that each stage has its own premise and objective, you know what I'm saying? For example, in the stage Bad Dream House, Bart has to rescue Santa's little helper, which is the family dog from the attic, and Bart has to get four fuses to put in the fuse box to cut on the lights to get Santa's little helper from the attic, and each of the fuses are in a different location of the house. You know what I'm saying? And once you get all four and put them in the fuse box and get Santa's little helper, you pretty much complete that particular stage. Now, I don't believe that none of the stages have any like boss battles. So I guess you don't have to worry about them. If it does have bosses, you can mention it in the comment section of this video. Now, each individual stage has its own set of enemies, items, and time limits. But the main consistency that I've noticed is that the health for each playable character is pretty much donuts. You know what I'm saying? Because of course Homer Simpsons love him some donuts. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the graphics and level design, you know what I'm saying, they're okay, but they didn't age well, you know what I'm saying, even though the color palette is good, you know. Now, the controls and gameplay of The Simpsons Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror, it is good, you know what I'm saying, but it's not as good as, say, some of the other games that were released on the Game Boy Color, like Shanty, you know, say I would say some of the Super Mario games that was released on the Game Boy Color and all that. Now, I do like the fact that the soundtrack do contain the Treehouse of Horror version of the Simpsons theme, but the soundtrack as a whole pretty much just sound muddy, you know what I'm saying? It has one of the worst soundtracks to me on the Game Boy Color, you know. Now, I can honestly say that the Simpsons The Night of the Living Treehouse of Horror does has a good premise to it. It has a good premise, good plot, and everything. It was just poorly executed on the Game Boy Color, in my opinion, and it should have been released only on the PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64. Now, I would say this game is in a position of being remade, given that another company will buy the rights to the Simpsons. You know what I'm saying? As far as making video games are concerned, you know what I'm saying. But I doubt that this game will have a remake. You know what I'm saying? In all honesty, the Simpsons Night of the Living Tree House of Horror is pretty much a mediocre game. You know what I'm saying? So I would say pass this game by for other Game Boy Color games. You know what I'm saying? As far as the score, I definitely give it a 5 out of 10. You know. Now, with that being said, if you play this particular game, you can mention any other flaws that's in the game. You know what I'm saying? If you think this is the one of the worst Simpson games, you can also mention that. Also, you know. With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell notification button for further updates in terms of further uploads. You know, with that being said, this is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.